Hello and welcome to another video review by the Side Reviewer. Today I'll be taking a look at the Blue Bottle microphone system. This microphone system comes in a very nice flight carrying case with a very beautiful velvet interior. The top of the lid is soft and will protect everything inside the case from marks and scratches. The sections are a pretty tight fit, so it is a little struggle getting everything out of the case, but that's a good sign because with a tight fit none of the components will be moving during traveling. The case is so high quality and strong that I would not feel bad if I dropped it down a meter's height. The case is constructed out of aluminum frame and strong plastics on the side, so when you lay it down it rests on the aluminum frame. On the front of the case are two locks to close the case, and the lock on the right has a keyhole so you can lock your microphone system inside the case. They include two keys of the case, a manual, a power supply, the Blue Bottle microphone, a B6 capsule, a power cable, and a very long cable to connect the microphone to the power supply. The power supply unit is very well constructed and it has a retro look to it. It's made out of aluminum and steel. On the front of the power supply we have a big metal wheel that can slightly increase the voltage going to the microphone to change the audio quality and how it sounds. That will depend on what you're using it for. On the back of the power supply you will find the power input, a fuse, the power switch, a voltage setting switch going from 110 volts to 220 volts. Next to that you will find an XLR input to hook everything up to your audio interface, and finally you will find the input for the Blue Bottle microphone itself. The champagne tube microphone cable that they include is, like I mentioned earlier, to connect the microphone to the power supply. It's made out of top end materials and the man that designed it has over 30 years of experience in the audio cable industry, so you do know that they are including some very high quality materials as to be expected. The cable is very thick, very strong and very long. Unfortunately I have been unable to find out how long it is, but this should give you the idea. The ends of the cable look very similar to an XLR cable, except it has 7 pins instead of 3. The microphone itself is very big, and when I first saw it I understood why Blue called the bottle, since it is the same size as a large wine bottle. Like all the other items included in the system, the microphone is constructed out of pure quality metal. This has to be the biggest and the most heaviest microphone that I've ever seen, and it's Blue's flagship, meaning that it's the best microphone that they make, and it has received the award of being the best condenser microphone that money can buy. Its main feature is that it has interchangeable capsules, meaning that you can remove the capsule on the top of the microphone and replace it with the one that fits your needs. There are 9 different capsules that can be fitted on the microphone, and the included one, called the B6 capsule, is a cardioid, large diaphragm, dual backplate capsule. All the capsules look the same but have different specifications. You can find everything about them in the link in the video description box. Now if we take a tour around the microphone starting at the top, we will find the capsule fitting system that I will show you later. Then we have the gold plated Blue logo, and at the bottom is an indicator light which will lighten up when it's ready to record, because this is a vacuum tube microphone and it needs to heat up before it can record with this amazing quality. That is done by plugging it into the power supply and letting it stand for 3 minutes. Underneath the microphone we will find our champagne cable output and the large microphone stand mount. Keep in mind that you will need a high quality stand for this microphone because of its weight and size. The B6 capsule that they include is, like I mentioned earlier, a cardioid, large diaphragm, dual backplate capsule. The capsules are fitted on the top of the microphone simply by putting it on the top of the microphone, pushing it slightly down and turn it clockwise. These 3 screws that you can see are very important to note because you need to remove them when you are recording, but when you're traveling you need to put them back in. That is because of the purpose of the screws are to hold everything in place when on the move, and if you don't remove them during recording the audio quality might drop. Also note that you should never over tighten these screws, just fit them onto the capsule until you feel that everything is secure. Now with the capsule fitted on the microphone you can see that the design of everything is very cool. The capsule does tilt back and forward, and that's a very nice feature to have. This is a very high quality microphone designed for high-end users and for those who want the best of the best. The interchangeable capsule design will allow you to get the exact sound that you want each time when you're using it. However, the B6 capsule will do anything from vocals to most instruments such as pianos, acoustic guitars, saxophones, and a lot more. Now let's hear a voice sample recorded with the Blue Bottle microphone system and the B6 capsule. Now you are hearing the sound of the Blue Bottle bottle with the B6 capsule. The sound is very rich and warm, however unfortunately the YouTube compression format might affect the sound. I have the microphone connected to the power supply. The power supply is connected to the Blue Icicle audio interface, which is connected to a MacBook Pro running GarageBand without any effects. Again, I mentioned that this is Blue's flagship and a lot of work has gone into the design and manufacturing with no compromise of materials or quality. This is definitely not for someone who's starting out with a band or a podcast. This system is more meant for large studios and such places where audio really does matter. Everything you saw in the video was included in the case that you will get when you purchase the system. Here in Denmark, the system will cost right about 43,000 Danish crowns. If you're in the US, it will cost right about $6,000. If you're in the UK, it will cost right about 5,000 pounds. And if you're in Germany, it will cost right about 5,800 euros. Thank you very much for watching. If you would like more information about this microphone, then check out the links in the video description box below this video. And feel free to drop a comment if you have any comments or suggestions. And don't forget to subscribe for more tech reviews and unboxings.